YouTube's how we doing today? Back here in part 35, and fortunately I don't have much exciting things to offer you here in this part. Going on to take more Team Rocket in this godforsaken place in the middle of the secret hideout. I mean, they got this massive warehouse. If you're trying to support that type of mart in Mahogany Town, and this is the type of storage you got underneath, I cannot imagine the rent you'd be paying, especially in that location. I mean, you're paying rent in a not a highly populated area, but it's between mountains. It's right by a lake. It's by a freaking ice path, whatever the heck that means. And you got all this storage under here, and you ain't using it. Instead, freaking Team Rocket's coming in here and just holing up while I just whip them into freaking shape. And why am I not cycling out my haterade right now? Man, I just gotta get that off my chest though. Paying all kinds of rent. But our hippie mart dealer up there, he don't seem to mind. I mean, it's got probably bad business, bad PR for him. He's not getting the same business flowing here now that Team Rocket's marred the freaking place. But I don't got much options right now. Sunflora is gonna be repping a lot of grass type moves going forward here. Pretty much the rest of the way. I know you guys would be ripping on me, hating on it that I went with the Sunflora. Not much versatility to offer. You know, looking back on it, maybe if I want a Typhlosion route, things would be a little bit differently. Some different Pokemon work out different. I want to go with the grass type Pokemon because quite honestly, all they're good at, rock, ground, whatever, water. You could take care of those things with electric. And what's it called? Water. So freaking Voltorb here. You can get a Voltorb here as well. You can catch it. I figured I'd kill two birds with one stone there in Olivine City. Oh yeah, I have to fight him. This is dumb as heck. But what you have to do here, they're just basically tiles. So you're gonna go by the tiles, and if you step on one, there's going to be a Pokemon that's going to be triggered and encounter. You just go right through it. No big deal. Shouldn't take too long. You just got some of these guys. The thing is, you can't run from these battles, unfortunately. So just pull out some water gun. I gotta get my Sunflora out there. Get him up to 45. I'd like to get everybody around 50, 52 before I face the Elite Four. I'm thinking that should be pretty decent. All 6 of my team. Do you know who number 6 is gonna be? Take guesses. Put it down in the comments. Maybe you'll guess right. What do I need still? Or am I just gonna go with another type that I like? Another Pokemon that I like? You don't know. You don't know. I'd like to get a Remoraid. Octillery. I was a fan of octopus Pokemon. I've already designed my team for Generation 3. That talkthrough that I'm going to do, playthrough. You don't know what it is. Alright, so let's keep pounding away at these guys. Geodude. Trusty little Geodude, he is. If you remember, I had a Graveler there if you guys were with me in Generation 1. Just going straight up here. I'm not trying to be fancy right now. And we got these tiles, these warp tiles. They send you around the place. I'm not really fixing to get in a puzzle right now. That's one of the things that I wasn't a huge fan of when it came to adventure video games. If it was Zelda, one of those games. There are certain puzzles that I did enjoy. Don't get me wrong. But here's Lance. You can heal up there from him. I'm just going to keep taking out some of the Team Rocket guys on this floor before I go and see him. Frick, I forgot to put my Sunflora out. But, you know, when I get to video games, I'm the one. I do like a little bit of an intellectual challenge, but I'm more of the approach. So I just want to chill out. I want to get into my own little zone, enjoy the game I'm playing, whatever it is, forget about everything else, and recharge my batteries. Sometimes these puzzles are getting too complicated. Games are getting too stressful. sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes I want to get my adrenaline going. My life's not exciting enough as it is, you know. You got to create it for yourself in the virtual world sometimes. I don't know, sadly enough. It's true though. Sometimes it's like that, and it's good. It's gonna be a good experience. I don't play a whole lot of those games. A lot of people will knock me for that. Think my focus on games is a little bit too narrow. I don't go to the FPS games enough. The new freaking crazes, the Overwatch genre. It's like those games freaking hit. They're huge hits, but maybe I can't knock it until I try it, I suppose. But a lot of these games that get all this marketing and all this attention, they end up just getting purchased and bought. And do they actually end up making back those totals that they spend on that marketing and that they spend on the promotions and they spend on the production of the game? Or not? Or do they just rely on people being too dumb and just being carried along with the waves that's bringing all the other fans into the game? I mean, I don't know. I haven't played a lot of those new games, those really popular ones, the Fallouts, Mass Effects, the Bioshocks, the Uncharted's, Overwatch, all those the crazes, the trends. I've always either been behind or not wanting to follow them. And am I missing out? Maybe I am. Maybe I'll regret that. But you know, I'm plenty satisfied with the game choices that I make. So there's a couple more guys up there. I'm just gonna get this item, see what it is. A nugget. Oh, it's totally worth it. You can obviously sell those guys for mad cold cash. And I'm gonna be needing some cold cash because I want to get some mad TMs back in Goldenrod City, back in Vegas, back in Jodo's version of Vegas. Sent out a drowsy. And I'm just continuing to throw Gatorade out there because I don't give a rip, apparently. I'd like to be getting through this hideout all in this video, but I can't tell you that that's going to happen. I'm having to go wait for the Mahogany gym badge, the 47. Sorry about that. Got a little update. I always get those freaking updates when I'm playing this game. Pisses me off. Use Ice Punch. Type effectiveness. Bam. Alright. Let's get going here. See you, Rocket. Dang, I failed. Mom was just raking in the dough, sitting back at home on her lazy butt. I thought it was interesting in the 3rd gen how it kind of mixed things up. May was kind of a weird rival-ish. She's your friend. You don't have your neighbor being your friend. Obviously different from Generation 1, but that changed in the 2nd generation. You don't have... you have a dad this time, but he's off at a gym. You know, they try to spice things up, but I kind of feel that general consensus, there's like 2 generations of Pokemon fans. The ones that started like in between the 3rd generation, like right around Fire Red, Leaf Green, and the start of Diamond and Pearl. And then there's that one that started in Red and Blue, or Gold and Silver, went from generations 1 and 2, and then like halfway through generation 3. Maybe they try to get back into it at some point, but it just kind of fizzled out. I don't know if I'm just replicating my own experience playing these games, but I think based on just kind of how I observed things, that's kind of what happened. Maybe I'm wrong. But and going back to Age of Empires, you know, I was really surprised when Age of Empires introduced the Forgotten Empires, the HD edition. I mean, like, they must have gotten just enough hubbub about, you know, I don't know if you necessarily say complaints, but just a demand for more content. Like, the fans are persistent. I think it's one of the most well done games ever, that it's just staying power, the replayability, the charm, the variety of things you can do. That says a lot, that it can outlast like 13 years of time. And so I was a little bit slow in getting the uptake, but I really jumped into it, and it's by far a better expansion pack than we even saw with the Conquerors expansion, which is, you know, something that I've never thought I'd be able to say. And doing it with the same modem, essentially, or the same design, is really impressive. And it's gonna want to make me jump into the Galactic Battlegrounds for Star Wars as well, just because they use that same platform that Age of Empires Age of 2 used. And so if I'm seeing that same design, not only would it be easy for me to adjust to it, but it would just kind of be satisfying. It would trigger a point of I don't know, vulnerability was the right word, but a connection that I wouldn't have otherwise. So I'd be excited to get into that. I'd ideally want to play it on my Mac, but I'm not sure if the porting kit version will support it. We'll see. I'd like to delve into that at some point. I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with it or not, but it is a dope game. So, thanks, scientists. Thought we were through with the Magnemites. Man, this is a cluster right now. Mega Drain ain't gonna be trash against them, I'm sure. Special attack trumps. Alright, I'll take the HP. Thank you, Magnemite. Appreciate the sacrifice you've made for the greater cause. One more? Man, you got a boring team, my friend. You a mad scientist, you call yourself? Just messing around with magnets and crap. I'm surprised there wasn't like a computer Pokemon, or I guess Mr. Mime was pretty smart, but like some computer Pokemon up to this point. I don't know if there was one in like the 5th, whatever generation now. There are 700 million Pokemon. I don't know how you can keep track of them or fit them all into a freaking game. I get it. Yeah, and he's making the big bones. He's got $2,000 to dish out to me. So we're pretty much all finished up with this this floor. I'm not sure what goes on in this warp tile over there. I'm not gonna mess with it right now. I'm gonna go see Lance, see what he has to say. See if he can not just whip up on some of these Team Rocket grunts hanging out in the hideout. Let's see. Finally made it. This is downstairs, the basement. Level 1. It's going to make you talk to him. My Pokemon are doing A-OK, Lance, but I appreciate it. I don't really know what this is. Like, how can he just give me a rest or nap? It's like, why are you qualified to give me those types of things? How can you give me those types of things? It's kind of weird and eerie. Probably ripped out my kidneys and sold them to the guy, the secret potion dude, the secret hideout market here upstairs. That's what he probably did when I went to sleep. Just speculation. Very possible though. Can't believe I didn't catch a Venonat yet. Went through that national park without catching one. Surprising. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go back there and record me going through the actual national park contest, seeing if I can catch myself a sick Caterpie in there. I already did win. I caught a Pinsir and a Scyther before, a couple of Pinsers before I actually finally won. And should be getting, I think there's an item down here. No, wishful thinking. Wishful thinking. There's this bad boy over here, and you could see some of them electrodes up there. Looks like freaking intestines attached to those electrodes. I can never understand the graphics behind that, really. And do I have the perfect move for you, Golbat? Wrong, I don't. I ain't got nothing to take care of a Golbat, so I'm just gonna use Cut. You better not use Wing Attack or whatever you got. Shouldn't even be a Golbat yet. Level 22. I knew I had Cut for a reason. It's providential. Meant to happen. Man, all these grunts are so ignorant. Thinking they all that with one Golbat, level 18. Lance, it takes 2 passwords to get into the boss's quarters. Those passwords are only known to a few rockets. That rocket very graciously told me so. Let's get those passwords. You gonna make me get both of them, Lance? You better not. Maxing out some protein. Got my whey protein in there. Where's it? Casein, soy, hemp, name them all. Ice Heal, I ain't gonna trash you, I need you. I don't need you. So we're gonna head up here. Erg. The guy in the keep is incredibly tough. Would you get whipped up by him? Mr. Scientist here. I used to work for Sylph, but I run research for Team Rocket. A meddlesome child like you needs to be punished. So you're just down in that freelancing world, probably doing some hacking. Got your old 90s Max back there. Man, how far have we come? Man, they just know the Pokemon that... I mean, if you're an idiot, you'd think that Grass-type Pokemon would be effective decision going up against Team Rocket. You have to be totally unaware of what type of Pokemon are effective and how things work, because it's not typically the smartest decision you can make, but I'm gonna do it anyways. So you got another bad boy? Don't tell me you got another coffin, man. Man, why we gotta be so bland down here? Sludge? Giving me a heck of a time. Don't poison me, frick. Of course you did. Alright, alright. Think I got a full heal somewhere in the bag. You're gonna make me use it. Best believe we can't be having Sunflower dying on us, because I didn't know train up that giraffe yet. Oh, hard. Giving me good cash though. Not upset with that. Not upset with that. Full restore. Do I want to drop that bomb on him? I don't know. Do I have a revive? You know what? Maybe I do not. Nope, I don't. Screw it. I can get full restores when I got all kinds of cash flowing out of my pockets. Right before the Elite Four. It's 25 HP. I feel like I've committed some federal offense by using a full restore on that little of a payback. Do I know the password? Maybe. But no weakling's going to get it. She's playing hard to get. Well, I'm going to get it. Basically, it looks like Jessie. Rocket Grunt. This time, female version. Pulling out a Ekans. And poison type. Not going to work if I use grass type, so we're going to fly in with some cut. Slash up that snake. Put it over the burning fire. Peel off the skin and eat the meat. Picture that. Gloom. Need a leaf stone or a sunstone. How did frickin' cut miss? Now they're putting me to sleep. I ain't got nothing to wake myself up with now. So I'm just gonna be sitting here. Sweet scent. Oh, how menacing. I don't even know. Its learned set honestly could be frickin' sleep powder, sweet scent, stun spore, and for all I know, absorb, and that's it. Called part of it. And Sunflower is still sleeping. Must be nighttime. It's not. This is the first time I recorded in daytime in a number of recordings. YouTube's number of recordings. Actually performing like a normal citizen in society, doing things not at 2 a.m. anymore. Wouldn't recommend it. And we're just gonna stick with the old standby, slashing up some coconuts, drinking the milk. Give me the dough. Give me the dough. What's the password, woman? Slowpoke tail. Alright, well, you don't have to remember anything, thankfully. You can just goes into the system that you did get the password. So, up there. I'm going to call it a video. We're going to stop here, and next time we're going to be finishing up the hideout. Should be able to complete it in part 36. Rock, Cue Ball CC7, out.